Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about my tongue piercing and my 1 week update. So it's actually not been quite a week yet. It'll be a week tomorrow, but I wanted to go ahead and make this video because this video is going up tomorrow. So yeah, so it's close enough to a week. So I'm just going to show you what my tongue looks like right now, 6 days after it's been pierced. My tongue does have I don't know, like residue or something on it. I don't know. It looks a little yellow. And I don't really know why I brush my tongue and things like that, but it still looks like that. So don't mind that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. So as you can see, the swelling has gone significantly down because when I move my tongue around, there is a little bit of bar space that comes up when I move it, which is good because before there was no bar space at all, which is why they usually pierce you with a larger barbell, because it definitely accommodates for all the swelling that happens. And as you saw, there is an indent in my tongue where the bar has, or where the ball sits, and that doesn't really bother me. Don't really feel it. All I can really feel is like the ball there. It really doesn't bother me that much. I really don't know that it's there most of the time, but the only time where I really know that it's there is when I'm trying to say certain words and they just don't come out right. But again, it's going to take some time for my body to get used to it, so bear with me in my next few videos if I still sound a little strange. Bear with me in this video if I sound strange. So I got my tongue pierced last Tuesday around like 4:30 I think, and it was really quick, really easy. The guy took me back to his little piercing area. I swished my mouth with mouthwash, and then he put like a napkin or like some paper towels as like a bib just in case I drooled or bled or both. And then he made me stick my tongue out, marked my tongue, and then put the clamps on and then the needle. And everything went really smoothly. I was a little concerned that I actually wouldn't be able to get my tongue pierced because the underneath of my tongue has a lot of veins, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you those right now. So if you can tell, I have a lot of veins underneath my tongue, and I was just a little concerned about that, but everything went really well. I would say pain-wise, there was a sharp pain when the needle went in, and that was probably like a 7 out of 10 on pain rating, but it lasted like a second. And then afterwards, there was just this dull pain, and that was probably about like a 5 out of 10, and that lasted pretty much the rest of the day, but it was totally manageable, and my tongue did start to swell pretty much almost immediately. By the time I got home, my tongue was so swollen. I'll put a picture and show you guys just how swollen my tongue was, and from what I saw on YouTube and watching other people's experiences with tongue piercings, I expected my tongue to get worse and then get better. So a lot of people, their day 3 was like their worst day, and then it got better after that. For me, it wasn't really like that. It was pretty much the worst on my first full day. So I got my tongue pierced last Tuesday, and then on Wednesday is when I noticed that my tongue was really swollen, really sore, could hardly talk. It just hurt to talk. It hurt to do anything with my tongue. I did figure out a way to eat without having to eat like liquidous foods. So what I ended up doing was, when I found a way to eat solid foods, what I would do was cut my solid food, be it like a hot dog or like a honey bun or something like that. I would cut it up into small pieces, kind of like you would a baby, and then I just kind of stuck it in the back of my mouth where my molars are, so that way it kind of bypassed, you know, all the work that my tongue would normally have to do. And then I just chewed mainly on this side of my mouth, and that worked really great for me. Aftercare, what I did was brush my teeth twice a day, and then if I felt, depending on what kind of food I was eating, I would either brush my teeth after that food just to get the food out of my mouth, or I would just rinse with non-alcoholic mouthwash. So the mouthwash that I used was the Crest Pro Health non-alcoholic mouthwash, and I switched with that every morning, every afternoon, and every night, and also after every meal. And I still do that right now because my tongue is still healing. It feels really good today. It is still a little sore when I talk, but it is definitely manageable. So I did vlog a little bit, I think the first few days while I had my tongue piercing, but it was just so difficult to talk that I just didn't feel like vlogging because I didn't want to talk because it hurt. So the first few days I did try to vlog, and I'll put that in this video as well, but I didn't stick with that just because I just could not talk. It was so difficult for me to talk, so I figured I would just make kind of a cumulative video on how my first week has gone. So like I said, the first full day, so that Wednesday, was probably the worst day because my tongue was just so swollen. It hurt so much. I couldn't talk. I could hardly eat. Drinking was very difficult. It was just so sore, and brushing my teeth was hard. Everything was really difficult. Second day, pain was definitely more manageable. I honestly don't think I felt any pain unless I talked, and that was pretty much it. So if I tried to talk, I definitely felt pain because my tongue was still sore, but other than that, my tongue didn't hurt at all, but I did still have a lot of swelling. Another thing that I did as far as aftercare went, I took 2 ibuprofen every 4 hours, and I've done that up until probably day 5, and then I just don't take any more because I don't need it. So day 3, which I thought was going to be my worst day, actually turned out to be totally fine. Again, it only really hurt when I talked, but I could still talk more, and it was more comfortable to talk than the previous day. And again, still my tongue was pretty swollen, but not as bad as the first day. Just every day just got easier and easier, you know what I mean? But I did every now and then have this sensation at the tip of my tongue. It was kind of tingly. I wouldn't say it was painful. Like, if I were to rate it on a pain scale, it was maybe like a 2. Like, it was just kind of a weird feeling, almost like that after feeling that I had burnt my tongue on something hot. And I had that feeling on the tip of my tongue, but it was just a nuisance more than anything. It didn't really hurt. It was just like, this is a weird feeling in my mouth. But I didn't get that too often. But I did notice on day 3 that my tongue itself was less sore, but if I were to touch like where my piercing is to the roof of my mouth, that would hurt a lot. I would get like a sharp pain, and it kind of felt like an inflamed taste bud would when you like rub it against your mouth and you kind of feel that pain. That's kind of what it felt like, but it was just like where my piercing was. So I just avoided, you know, touching it or moving it as much as possible. So every day, like I said, just got better progressively. Day 4, swelling went down a lot by day 4. I could eat very well by day 4. Like, I could eat with silverware. Before had to just like eat with my fingers. Of course I would wash my hands, but I would have to eat with my fingers. But by day 4 I could eat with silverware. I could drink soup. I could eat like sandwiches, things like that. So I found by day 4 things were a lot better. By day 5 things were definitely better. Talking did not hurt at all. Maybe just like the slight soreness saying certain words with like R's because my tongue has to, you know, make a little bit more of an effort to pronounce certain words. I noticed that I had to talk more slowly because if I tried to talk fast, then my words would kind of slur together. But if I took my time to kind of talk slower, then I found that I could sound more coherent, I guess I could say. I still took ibuprofen just to help with the swelling. I wasn't swelling a lot, but just to keep it at bay, I did still take ibuprofen. Today is day 6, and today I feel practically no pain. Again, with talking, it's like the slightest bit sore, but again, on a pain rating, it would be like a 2. Like, it's very manageable, not very hard to talk. Talking has gotten easier and easier again as the week has gone by, and I'm sure after it has completely healed, talking will be back to normal. As of right now, talking is getting better. Like I said, it gets better day by day. It's still, I wouldn't say it's difficult to talk, but still certain words don't come out like I intend for them to come out. But like I said, it just gets better every day. I do notice like an excessive amount of saliva though. Like once my tongue has been pierced, I just noticed that I have a lot more spit than I usually do, and I just think that's my body thinking like there's something in my mouth, I need to swallow it, so we're gonna give you lots of saliva so you can swallow it. But that's the only thing that I've really noticed stay throughout this whole piercing process. But also I have a retainer that I wear at night for my teeth. I do still wear my retainer from having braces. I wear a top retainer and a bottom retainer, and I haven't noticed my tongue piercing get in the way of that or affect that in any way, or have my retainer affect my tongue piercing in any way. Everything with that has gone just fine. So for my next update video, I think what I'll do is do a 2-week update slash changing my tongue piercing for the first time. So just be patient with that. I will make a separate video again all about that. That's everything about my tongue piercing for right now. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also go down below, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notified of when I upload videos. I am doing my best to upload Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 12 p.m. all 3 days. I am starting school tomorrow, and school as in college, so if my schedule lacks a little bit, I'm sorry about that. I will do my best to try to keep up with it, but I will update you guys on my Twitter account that I will link below. That's where I will do all of my video updates. So if I find out that I'm not posting one day, I will go on Twitter and say, hey, there's not going to be a video today. So just look out for that. But other than that, I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hey guys, so it is 5:40. I got my tongue pierced, as you can see. So it's hard to talk because it hurts. But I got it pierced about an hour and a half ago. And then I went to Target to get some things that I needed, and then some other things I needed. So I will do my best to update you guys every day, but if it is too painful for me to talk, then I will maybe do a voiceover later after it heals. But yeah. So it looks like it hurts. It's just sore. It's hard to talk, like I said. But it's not hard to enunciate certain words. Like I can say S and things like that just fine. It's just it hurts, so it sounds weird because it hurts to do that. So yeah, I need to finish unloading everything, and I will get to you back to you guys later. Good morning, you guys. So I'm trying not to talk too much because, again, it's very painful. But today is day 1. I guess my first full day with my tongue piercing. As you can see, it's bleeding a little bit. It's harder to talk. Still sore. It's 9:19 in the morning. Eating is hard. I'm hungry, but haven't been able to eat much just because, sorry, I keep swiveling. It's probably distracting. But yeah, so I will probably end up doing like a recap at the end of the healing process, just to give you guys just like a recap of the healing. But yeah, my tongue hurts, it's sore, and it hurts to talk, so I'm not going to talk much for a while. So I don't know how much I will talk right now, because again, my tongue is very swollen, it hurts to talk. But good news is it is like 5 o'clock. Puppy is playing. Ow, jeez. But I was able to eat. I ate 2 hot dogs and honey bun, which is really good because I haven't eaten pretty much all day. So what I did was I found a way to eat that doesn't hurt, which is great. So what I did was I cooked my hot dogs, whatever, and sliced them like you would like a child, into small pieces. And then I would obviously wash my hands before I ate, and then I would put the pieces like in the very back of my mouth, skipping over the whole tongue area. As you can tell, I'm bleeding a little bit. And then chew on the back and swallow, so that way it doesn't touch my piercing and I don't have to move my tongue around too much. So that worked out really well. So I was able, like I said, to eat 2 hot dogs and honey bun, and I was super happy about it because, again, haven't eaten anything all day. I've been super hungry. So the whole notion of like having to eat like liquidous foods, I think, is a lot harder than just eating solid foods and then just doing it that way. So that's what I've been doing, and I think I'm going to keep doing that because it's working really well. But yeah, I need to go rinse my mouth. Actually, I need to go close this door. But I'm going to rinse my mouth just to clean it and then edit. But as far as next week's videos go, I don't know if I'll be able to get those up, just because I obviously am not able to talk very much or very well. So I will probably not end up having videos up next week, but after next week I should be pretty much back to normal and should be able to talk. So if you are not following me on my Twitter, then I will leave a link below, so that way you can follow me there. And I post updates for videos and things like that on there. So yeah, I'm gonna go do everything I just said I was gonna do. Honey, stop shaking the camera. Do you want to come say hello? Do you want to say hello to the people? Say hello, dear. Yes, you're so pretty. Okay, you can get down now.